We up and I'm feeling like a new me. Stacking new sets, some new E. NFTs, all of them you need. Back in my zone like 2-3. All time high, hit a new peak. Let's go. Homie, the Bulls is back. I said the Bulls is back. Cheer, yeah. Time is now, better go full throttle. Feel it in the air like an O2 bottle. Altcoin pumps like a whole new lotto.
GM and welcome back to the channel. In this one, we're taking a look at what is coming here in December. So a few updates from the on-chain environment and beyond here. We're going to jump straight into things here. So if you do like the content today, make sure you do subscribe to the channel. Check out the link down below and let's jump in. So I wanted to start off here with the Bitcoin dominance chart. And as you can see, it has been kind of snaking its way up here. And I do think potentially we're not going to top in terms of BTC dominance where we did in the previous cycle, up to around 70%. I really can't see how we would get there with how some of the bigger market cap altcoins are performing. Think about it, Solana. Ethereum obviously underperforming slightly, but not giving away huge amounts of ground at this point. So current thoughts pretty much are we may get a bit of an increase in Bitcoin dominance into the ETF. A lot of people FOMOing in, realizing they haven't got enough BTC exposure and the institutions are going to be bidding it. Hence what we saw yesterday with Saylor was quite impressive as well. More on that in just a sec. But we're looking for major altcoin season, maybe from a position of hitting this red line and then starting to move down throughout 2024 into maybe early 2025. Let's look at BTC here. As you can see, new yearly highs have been printed. 38,600 and change earlier, knocking on the door of 39 and 40k at this point. So quite amusing to see the likes of Capo still posting that the bearish scenario is still in play. Absolute pleb. As you can see from the chart here, higher lows being printed all the way up, institutions coming, halving coming in 2024. I mean, it's pretty hard to be bearish at this point with the chart looking like that, as if someone's been TWAPing in like crazy. We're also seeing this as well. BitMEX trading $100 above the spot market. So a premium on BitMEX. This is the home of the big whales in the industry as well. And so Hamza posted this. The traders on BitMEX aren't exactly gamblers. They must know something is brewing. This alluding to potentially an ETF approval as soon as today or maybe even next week. But I think January 10th is still the likely date. But maybe we're seeing other bidders enter the market here and these guys front running things. Crown's analysis here, not doing anything to cool my bullish sentiment. Also, he says, if you look at these circled red areas on the chart, and this is to do with the accumulation distribution metrics that he utilizes on his channel. And as you know by now, I'm a keen and avid enjoyer of Crown's content. But he's saying, look, each time in these circled rings, we've had this kind of momentum upwards. All prior of these have correlated to tests of Bitcoin's prior all-time high within a 1 month period. We're currently at 38,000, and that would be, of course, 69k being hit if this was to continue and we get a fourth lucky strike here. Now fire up the memes. There literally is no second best buyer of Bitcoin. It is Michael Saylor yet again stealing the show, buying even more corn.
There is no second best.
Microstrategy has acquired an additional 16,113 BTC, an average price of 36,785. His overall average now stands at $30,252, and they own 174,530 BTC, which is phenomenal stuff. Now, if you just think about this, there's a lot of game theory that has gone into this as well, because he's saying, look, I'm buying all this before the spot ETF. I reckon this could be a catalyst for other big players to step up their game prior to the ETF. Essentially, all the Bitcoins that he owns, you can take those out of circulating supply. He's never selling them. So there is less and less Bitcoin to go around over time, as long as this guy is alive and breathing. And if MicroStrategy ticks up again, you know what he's going to do: sell more shares, leverage his position as CEO, judge, jury, and executioner here. He's just going to lever up more and buy more BTC if he gets the opportunity. So billionaires around the world, take note. This guy is infinitely bidding.
Oh, yeah, my Bitcoin, I lost it in a boating accident. X that.
Quick check-in on stablecoins continuing to push a bit higher here. $128.76 billion of stables in the market, almost at 129. We were previously at 129 back here in May 2023, and you can see it's bottomed out and we're on the up again. As I mentioned previously, toggle through these different environments and different chains to see exactly what stable flows are happening on these networks. If you're bullish on altcoins in these particular networks and they're starting to tick up and they have a positive sum game, a good one to show you here would be the likes of Arbitrum, up 3, almost 4%. On the weekly here, $1.9 billion worth of stablecoins, a big inflow, and so likely you're going to see some Arbitrum-based altcoins pop off from this kind of movement. Now, Jasper Turing with this, December, mark your calendars out. Some of these dates may be of interest to you. Are you into gaming? Terra Virtua Collect is rebranding to Vanry. This will obviously mean with it, it has a fresh new chart as it has a new token, new ticker. And what we've seen on crypto Twitter is a lot of influencers have bought some form of discounted token sale and have been shilling TVK like crazy. No doubt that continues under Vanry. So that could be a good trade to be had. That occurring, of course, today. DYDX had an unlock just earlier. Joe, not the meme coin, but Joe, the exchange has phase 2 coming. All its tokens are now circulating. Some big accounts have started to buy earlier today, the likes of Messi and others. If we just continue down a little bit more, QuickSwap on Polygon is getting delisted from Coinbase, not very good. We have BlockFi debt proof submission deadline by the 8th of December. We've got Link staking general access on December the 11th. If anyone's interested in macro still, we have the CPI on the 12th of December, and then the US Fed interest rate decision on the 13th. Matic's ZK product launch comes on the 14th of December. And if we just go down a little bit further, we have Wilder Worlds on the 21st, Midnight in Miami release. Wilder Worlds, probably a decent metaverse pick with GTA 5 coming out in 2024. And this thing looking a lot like GTA. Watched some of the demos recently and it looks bloody epic. Then December 23rd, we have Matic, not missing an opportunity to get a narrative under the belt. RWA adoption there. OP big unlocks, and down here we have Render's BME model, so a bit of a token burning process. And then we have Crow with a token burn as well, sometime unscheduled, not exactly known when, but in the month of December. Over to China, and the CICC have banned bearish analysts from doing their research, so no bad news coming from China. That is bullish. We have this from Avocado DAO. So this is GUAC over on Solana. This one has absolutely melted face this week. There seems to be some form of partnership going on here with Hero. If we just go into a little dive on this thing. So they're aiming to strengthen their crypto futures and ripe or rotten initiatives, essentially higher or lower, bonk or bust. You may have seen me talk about that previously. So these are different derivative projects they are launching, and they're doing this with Hero Network. So this is going to be bullish for both of these. And as part of this collaboration, they're both putting together a load of liquidity, 100 grand's worth, so 50K coming from each side into a Meteora position lock on Guacamole's liquidity locker for 1 year. So a load of tokens being taken out of circulation there by these two teams. And they're trying to enhance usership of crypto futures products via the GUAC interfaces. Guacamole, if you go and check them out, they have some amazing looking UI. And so they're going to be able to deepen their TVL, deepen their liquidity with this offering with Hero. So cool moves being made here on Solana, and a lot of projects teaming up together. So overall bullish on Sol and the continuation of DeFi over here. Here is the crown token from Photo Finish. As you can see, that chart looks absolutely amazing. And yesterday they actually closed the staking for the next season of the tracks. So you stake your crown to a track and then you get a revenue share based on all the races that take place on said track and all the gambling that goes on the wagering. That ended yesterday. We did have a bit of a little spike up to around 80 cents yesterday as well. So eyes on this to see if that is what maybe caused a bit of an additional buy pressure into that staking event. And we'll see if we get a little bit of a trickle down here. But overall, of course, that is bullish as hell. And I'm very much interested to see where this thing can go. I mean, it's still relatively a low cap as of now, and I do think it will be multiples of dollars in the future, as I think this kind of crossover of NFTs, gambling and gaming all in one is just an absolute narrative hotbed. Now, did you spot this one as well? So KP pointing out that Wormhole Sol is live on Kujira, and he says, look, Sol lending on Ghost right now is at 280% APR, so you can make some serious buck if you've got Solana and you're willing to bridge it over to Kuji. But he also pointed out some of these ways you can actually get ahead of the game here. If you deposit Sol, you can mint USK against it. So that is taking on some leverage against your Sol position. Of course, you would manage the TVL. So say Sol's trading at 60, maybe you just take out 20 bucks for every Sol that you put down. Keep things highly conservative. I mean, what are the chances Solana breaks below 20 again? I think almost certainly never happens. And then with said USK, you could do the following. Maybe you would lend on Ghost to get 10% APR. You could swap some of it into USDC to supply USK to USDC. Stablecoin pairs currently printing like 40-50%. You could bid on Orca liquidations. You could arb the USK pair, he says, or use to LP USK pairs on Bo. And point number 7, you could speculate on your favorite Kujira alts. Nutsack, he mentions. I have bought some more Nutsack today. So Nutsack is the meme kind of term for Unstake Fi. NSTK is the ticker here, currently trading at 14 cents. Chart looks absolutely unbelievable here. And going into next week is potentially the mainnet launch of this, if the timelines that we've seen mentioned online are correct. So mainnet launch potentially next week, and the chart looks like that. What do you do? Well, in my case, of course, not financial advice, but I bought some more. I think definitely in the short term, if they do get the release here, you can see a lot of FOMO coming into the talk around the release, seeing this thing up to around 20 cents. Bit of a dip down here. I think it's a good risk to reward play in my opinion. All the tokens are circulating. They were airdropped out, 65 million tokens. Market cap is just $9 million, and this thing could go live within the next 7 days. Don't wait, unstake, as they say. So if anyone's ever been trapped in terms of they've had staking coins that they couldn't unstake quick enough, maybe there was some market volatility, maybe you had a personal emergency and needed more funds, and they were staked and it was really annoying, well, this is the solution to all of that. So whether you've got some Atom or some Kuji, or maybe you've got some Luna Classic, or maybe you've got some Solana, and you want to unstake that very quickly, this will utilize the ghost markets to do this for you for a small fee. The token use case will be rev share. We will wait for the tokenomics to come out on this thing, but of course, value accrual is the name of the game on Kujira, so these guys probably aren't going to disappoint. Then final talking point here from me today will be on MultiBit and their ordinal stuff. So they've been working away really hard here. Ordinals AMM is coming, so essentially we can trade different ordinals projects. Ordinals are going to be a big narrative this cycle. Ordinals farming in the middle has gone live. We're now onto the second project, and this second project ties into the third point on the right, ordinals based stablecoin. So some big narratives being shipped here. So as you can see, we're on the staking tab here, finished earn N hub. So this token was farmed. You stake your MUBI tokens, that is the MultiBit token, and you earn these rewards. Reminds me of the early days of PancakeSwap. And now they have a second one live, which is this, BSSB. So these are the guys behind the Ordinals stablecoin. So what they're doing over a 35-day period, there's still like 33 days to go on this thing. Stake your MUBI and you can get your proportional rewards of 7,300,000 of the BSSB token. So this does two things. You're getting free access, like free coins given to you for the staking process. So you've got a bit of a bet in the market on some of these Ordinals projects doing really well. But also what you're seeing here is a real use case for the MUBI token. It's your access key to these free airdrops or free staking rewards. And what we're seeing is a load of the MUBI tokens get locked in this process, as many people are staking them for this passive yield. This one that's just ended still has 44 million MUBI tokens locked in it, and the one that's currently live has around 250 million tokens now staked. So roughly around 1/3 of the supply is currently staked in this use case alone. So very bullish on what they're building here. Super excited to have this ordinals based exposure, and we'll see how this runs through the rest of the bull. So we'll leave things off there. December starting with a bang, Bitcoin breaking into new yearly highs. Santa rally is on the way. I hope you have a good one. Have a good weekend. Peace.